Welcome to our channel Critical Performance. Today, we're showing the upcoming BDO update in a short video. If you have questions, leave a comment down below. Today we want to share everything we know about the new content in Black Desert Online, Land of the Morning Light. We will show you everything what is new. As you can see, the region is inspired by the Joseon dynasty. The Land of the Morning Light features unique terrain, buildings, and vegetation that are reminiscent of the era. There are also small references of places in the game that are based on real places in Korea. To get access to the new region, you have to complete the Abyssal Magnus Land of the Morning Light questline first. Unlike previous regions, the questline is not as linear as the others. There are 8 short stories available as chapters. You can only do one story at a time and have to finish that before you can get to the next story. After completing all 8 chapters, you will unlock 5 additional stories. After completing all stories, you will be awarded with 1 AP and 1 DP permanently, as well as 2 extra crystal slots. The new region will also have new workers. You can recruit Dakibai, which can be compared to goblins, human workers, and turtle workers, which can be compared to giant workers. Dakibai workers have a special workshop to craft exclusive items like a rifle. There is also an excavation node that can only be used by Dakibai workers, the Dakibai Forest. Unlike other regions, the Land of the Morning Light does not have traditional grind spots. Instead, there are 9 different bosses you can challenge with the Black Shrine system. There will also be a leaderboard for the fastest time. The rankings are applied to each class separately, and the different tiers for rewards are based on kill speed and ranking. This is finally a competition for PvE players. To challenge the bosses, you have to complete the relevant story chapter that were mentioned previously. If you have completed at least one chapter, you can access the Black Shrine menu as shown. If you select a boss you want to challenge, you will get a ping to the boss location. When you are at the ping location, you can simply press the Start Battle button from the Black Shrine menu to start the fight. Every boss has difficulty levels up to level 10. When the patch arrives at June 14th, we will probably only get access to the first 7 difficulties. You can start with the level 5 difficulty and have to unlock any further by completing the previous difficulty. There will be a weekly limit, so you can get rewards for defeating up to 5 bosses per week. The weekly limit will be consumed as shown. Your AP and DP are almost irrelevant since only 10% of the damage is determined by your equipment. The other 90% are determined by aura types. To increase your aura strength, you have to use light orbs in the Black Shrine menu. You can get 3 light orbs by completing the storyline. Every single light orb that has been invested into an aura, your stats will increase up to 50 AP and 100 DP. It is important to invest the orbs into the weak aura of every single boss. You also have to pay more attention to the boss mechanics as well as your surroundings. You won't be able to use any potions or consumables, so you cannot heal if you take damage except you hit the green orbs. The location of the orbs seem to be always the same. The longer the orb is not used, the larger it will grow and its effect will be stronger. The reward for killing the boss is not only a box stacked with useful items, but also you will get permanent stats if you complete all bosses at each difficulty level. You will get 20 all accuracy and other stats. Nice. In the Land of the Morning Light update, we will get new items. We will get the new in-game Dawn's gloves. They are the 3rd in-game piece for defense slots after the Fallen God armor and the Labriska helmet. The gloves have 2 versions though, one for accuracy and one for evasion. To get these gloves, you need to have Pen Beg's gloves, Pen Lieber's gloves, or Pen Blackstar gloves. The Beg's and Lieber's gloves have to be at Kafra level 10. In addition, you will need 1 Flame of Hongik to obtain the Dawn gloves. You can get the Flame of Hongik by heating 500 Embers of Hongik, which is similar to the Flame of Frost or the Flame of Despair. You can get the Embers of Hongik at the Dakibai Forest excavation node or by exchanging crystallized despairs in a 1:2 ratio. So to get the Flame of Hongik, you would need 250 crystallized despairs. Since there are 2 different versions of the Dawn's gloves, you can switch between these 2 whenever you like. So you don't have to get 2 gloves. You simply need to hand over 200 Scorching Sun shards at the Nampo Harbor. We will also get the 3rd Deborka item, the Deborka earring. You obtain a Deborka earring by processing 2 red shards and 2 black shards together with 1 illusion gem, which you can rarely get by defeating bosses at level 4 or higher. The Deborka items are supposed to be the best in slot items. The earring has 2 AP and 4 accuracy less than a Pen Black Distortion earring. There are also new crystals coming with the new patch. We will get tier crystals, but you can only equip 1 in a crystal preset. There are 3 different tier crystals which you can see here. The Phoenix tier is offensive, the Haiti tier is defensive, and the Kirin tier is a hybrid crystal. To get the new crystals, you need to kill the Black Shrine bosses. To get 1 tier, you need 9 base fragments and some magical shards as well as magical lightstone crystals. You get magical shards by heating sealed black magic crystals, and magical lightstone crystals are obtained by turning in imperfect lightstones at Dalashane in any major city. We will also get a new item, The Crystal of Harmony. You can obtain this crystal by defeating bosses in the Daki by Forest Excavation node. The Jervish, Makalot, and Whom crystals will get a new upgrade stage, as you can see here. We will also get completely new crystals, which we can obtain by killing bosses or kill monster using the sniper rifle, and only 2 crystals can be equipped at a time. Cruel Slaughter crystals can be obtained by killing Tiger and Boar at Bayambawagal Excavation node. Frozen Cold fragments, as well as the Covert Dark fragments, are obtained from killing Bear and Falcon at the Golden Pig Cave Excavation node. Finally, we will get new crystals for our honorable life skiller. You need forest crystals, which can be obtained by the Daki by Forest Excavation node to get the new crystals. You also need 50 traces of forest, 50 magical fragments, and 100 lightstone crystals. If you have all the materials in your inventory, you can choose the crystal you want at the Korong Merchant in Nampo Moodle Village. These crystals can have either experience or mastery and only affect 1 life skill. You can get up to 80% more experience or 160 additional mastery if you have all crystal slots unlocked. Finally, we will get a new life skill system for gathering. If you succeed on the minigame, you will be rewarded with additional loot like the 1,000-year-old ginseng, which has a value of almost 4 billion silver in Korea at the moment. If you don't want to mess with any of the minigames, you can simply disable them by hitting that button.